hard to split them. Eventually, when pushed by Brittany, had a leaning for Nakovi and was set. Ready. 1,000 metres. And away they go. Downforce, Let's Rock both began quickly. There's Amarillo Rose driving through hard. Going quickly too. Shows Ali's through on the inside and deeper on the track is Nakovi. 3 wide, no cover at the moment. Marcia Lady, the stablemate's back in the centre. 3 wide is Soft Guard. And then Kane Tin Snip who's driving through. It's 3 deep now, so Soft Guard is 4 wide. Getting up on the inside behind the Miss West Coast. And back last is Prim and Proper. Amarillo Rose is out in front and doing it okay. From Let's Rock, moving up is Nakovi, out a little bit wider is Soft Guard, and back on the inside is Downforce from Shozali. Marcia Lady's trying to get to the outside with Tin Snip in the straight though, and the leader is Amarillo Rose. Let's Rock on the outside is trying hard. Miss West Coast is starting to come through very strongly, and then Nakovi struggling, but Miss West Coast after Amarillo Rose, and then Downforce. Amarillo Rose just in front. Miss West Coast can't get there. Amarillo Rose is clinging on, and in the olive colours, it's Amarillo Rose from Miss West Coast. Downforce and Prim and Proper flashed home. Some disappointments. Nakovi was one of them, and then came Let's Rock, who battled away, followed by Shozali, Tin Snip, Never Likely, and Soft Guard, who raced very wide all the way. And the last one is Marcia Lady. Number 3. Amarillo Rose, number 3, has got the money here. Dion Luciani and Brodie Kirby. Brodie's got some very nice rides today, including Showcase later on. Miss West Coast, who travelled strongly on the inside near the back of the field, has rushed home, but never looked like in the last 100 it was going to get there. I thought maybe at the 150, but Amarillo Rose has really responded well. And Downforce has run third. 3, 6 and 1. 3, 6 and 1. And a fourth home is Prim and Proper, coming from the back of the field. Number 8. Tin Snip never got warm. Nakovi raced 3 deep, no cover, but there were horses who raced pretty wide back in the field, probably 3 or 4 horses. Nakovi didn't have any cover. Soft Guard was off the track all the way. And Amarillo Rose has done the job here, number 3. 51.90 and 6.80. Miss West Coast at $4.80, and Downforce at $3.80. 3, 6 and 1. 3, 6 and 1. Now the margins are half head by 1.5 by a short neck. 3, 6, 1 and 8. And the gold front with Alan and Sue Olive by Slater. Slater, of course, being their sire, standing at gold front, along, of course, with Awesome Rock. Let's go downstairs and find a little bit more out.
Thanks very much, Richie. I've got Dion Luciani, who's just having a word with his father, Lou. And Dion, in many ways, you've stolen your dad's old trick, the 400-metre trial.
Yeah, the filly did it well. There was a lot to like about both her trials, and we thought there was a bit of upside for her going into today because obviously she had the lightest weight in the race with the claim, and barriers count for a lot in these early juvenile races. So she had a lot of things in her favour and she was able to finish off, so it was a great result.
How confident were you when you come into a race like this? Obviously it's hard with the 2-year-olds, but what sort of work has she been doing behind the scenes?
Well, I think everyone here thought their horse was a chance, but it's a raffle. We were really happy with our horse going into it, and so was everyone else, but you need a lot of things to go your way in these races, and as it turned out, she jumped to the front, and it's probably half the battle when you're out there and you're out of trouble. She did look like she got a little bit lost mid-race. I'm not sure what happened, but Brodie had to slap her up a little bit mid-race, so it looked like there was some merit in that, but just a great effort all around. Brodie was really pleased with the horse going into it, and he's actually not a bad judge, the young fella, and it's great to see him get a winner today and for the stables because he's a hard worker and he's finally starting to build a bit more momentum since getting back from a short break in Sydney. And it's also great to get a winner for Alan and Sue. They've been great supporters of mine over the years and they're great people and really good friends.
It's a win all round for everyone. Congratulations, Dion.
Cheers, Brittany. Thank you.
Dion Luciani there, the trainer of Amarillo Rose and Brodie Kirby. Well, Dion outlined it because it's quite good that he's put on an apprentice in a race like this. You don't often see it, but it's taken that weight down. She's only carried 52.5. The key to get to the fence, get out and rolling, and she's just run them ragged.
Yeah, and he's in form at the moment, Brodie Kirby. I think he struggled a little bit when he got back from New South Wales and that stint with Waterhouse and Bott, but he's got his confidence back, and that was a really good ride. The claim, he could only get down to 52.5, but he's now chasing Taylor Stone in that apprentice race. I think it's about his 5th winner for the season.
And that's all she needed the weight down to as well, 52.5. It's a very light weight for a horse to be running out in front, particularly one with as a good movement as this. You could see in the trials that the horse just covers the ground very, very nicely, and I think Brodie had a fair degree of confidence. I spoke to him not long ago, a few weeks ago in fact, about this horse, and he was really bullish about the horse's chances. He said, I had this under a really, really strong hold. So we'll get the thoughts of Brodie in just a second after he weighs in, but it's always so exciting in the mounting yard. So many connections in here for this first 2-year-old race. People investing in horses and getting a return, and this horse is a West Speed Platinum horse as well, so they're going to end up with a nice return here from this initial plate. And Brodie Kirby, you take out the initial plate. I spoke to you a few weeks ago and you had a fair degree of confidence about this horse. Does she just show everything you expected her to?
Yeah, I love it a bit. She's a great horse, and the way she goes about her business, you can tell she goes okay, just a true professional. And I actually got the sack off her a couple of weeks ago from track work because I spoilt her too much. So it's good to be on a race day anyway.
The first trial, you held her together pretty well. The second one asked for a little bit more. How did she feel like she was today in comparison to those trials? Has she improved?
Yeah, her first trial was very good, and we put the blinkers on her for a second trial, and I just felt she felt a bit lost within her feet. So we opted to go without the blinkers today. And still got a bit lost doing it out there on her own, so I had to let her roll a bit more than I wanted to, but I was just glad when I gave her one, she extended.
Did you feel like the winner at the top of the straight?
Yeah, but I never wanted to be too confident, and I'm glad she held that one coming at her.
How great is it to ride a winner for Dion, particularly the initial plate? The 2-year-old race is so coveted to win.
Well, the boss doesn't get many winners, so it's awesome. He always supports me, and we've got a lot of pre-trainers and breakers that come through, and these are the sort of horses that I learn on, and it's just nice to find one that I like and be able to come through the races with it.
So exciting. Congratulations, Brodie.
Thanks, Britta.
Brodie Kirby and Dion Luciani combining there to take out the initial plate with Amarillo Rose, a Slater filly owned by Gold Front Thoroughbred Breeding and Racing.